Taurus, hello, I love you. Happy birthday for some of you soon. This is your April reading, and some of you have April birthdays, so you see where I'm going with this. I'm so grateful to have you here, Taurus. I just want to get some messages to you right away from your guides. So let's take a moment and call in spirit, call in source energy, call in the guides of every chosen member of this beautiful collective here, watching this reading, engaging with this reading at the perfect time that they happen to be doing so. This is good for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please give us any messages for Taurus. Most important messages for Taurus for the month of April. What will best align them with their highest selves, their highest path, their highest good? That is what we are interested in hearing, receiving today, and we offer our gratitude. The Devil came out. Messages for Taurus, messages for Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Seven of Cups. Father of Swords, Son of Pentacles, or the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, Taurus. There's some emotional chaos and confusion for you this month in April. A lot of you are you're not just worry spiraling, you are fully living out imagined hypotheticals in your head and having the full emotional responses to those hypotheticals. It's a hard place to be in, and the more you do that, the more you engage with it, the more it actually feeds the confusion, the more it makes things it makes right side up, upside down, it makes left, right. It's like everything just suddenly starts to blend together, and you don't know what is true at all, because what you are telling your body by living these hypotheticals is that all of this is happening to you. Wow, I have never gotten that download with this card before, and the fact that it's coming to me right now, I think, is incredibly important for you, for some of you, Taurus. Some of this is going to resonate, some of it won't with you. So be gracious, For those of you for whom that's resonant, that is really the nature of this month for you. Now that's directly opposed with this kind of incredible logic that a lot of you do have. You have a gift for judgment, Taurus. You have a gift for thinking clearly and rationally, and this is challenging that very directly. This is giving that Father of Swords part of you a real run for its money, because it's making it so difficult to judge the situation rationally and logically. Now, what is the situation? And that's where I think the Devil came in. What is causing all of this confusion and chaos? For some of you, it's addiction. For some of you, it's you with addiction. It's dealing with someone with addiction. For others of you, that addiction is just a negative pattern. It's a negative pattern that you find yourself in over and over again. It could be as simple as negative self-talk. I see that come up a lot with the Devil when we don't have an obvious, like, oh, it's this addiction that I have. It could be the addiction of just negative self-talk, the pattern of negative self-talk. You know what it is, Taurus. It's you recognize the Devil's voice in your ear. That devil energy is shadow energy. So if you are in the midst of shadow work this month and it is causing so much chaos and confusion, you are turning over every stone in your emotional inner lives, inner worlds. It's unsettling your entire environment, your entire emotional environment. That kind of work, that shadow work, and hearing the voices that often we are trying to silence when we're not doing shadow work, but they are those shadow voices. They are, the other way of saying it, this is devil energy, which is not, I just want to say, not inherently bad at all. It's important. It's part of our existence. Shadow work is as important as light work. So you are in the midst of this shadow work this month. You are dealing with negative patterns, facing negative patterns. Things are coming to light that may be throwing you into past patterns, or cajoling you into engaging in past patterns. Some of you, it's like people coming out of the woodwork and being, I thought like I ended this contract with you, and they're like, no, there's still more to be done. And you're like, no, thank you. But I really have to fight the impulse to engage with you, because there is that part of me that is addicted to this in some way. Others of you, it is the way that you talk to yourself. Something is happening to you this month that is turning you on yourself. It is aggravating second chakra issues of shame and guilt and fear, just being completely ruled by fear. It's an addiction to fear. I'm hearing that's for many of you, addicted to fears. And so these 7 of Cups hypotheticals that you're running through are all of your greatest fears lived, and those are the hypothetical situations that you're living out and emotionally going through and telling your body that all of this is happening to you. Because your body doesn't know the difference between something happening here or something happening here if you're really feeling it. So this is all of this to say, this is really giving your Father of Swords ability to judge rationally, calmly, logically, as unbiased as humanly possible, which will always still be a little bit biased, but to judge as unbiased as humanly possible. That is in direct opposition with your current situation. And what I'm seeing is like you're in this situation. This is the contrast to that. So this is about, even though this is framed as like this is your current situation, this is what's opposing that. It's almost like you need to cross the line, Taurus, from this to the other team, and that other team is the King of Swords part of yourself. You can't look at this. I think the reason I'm putting it this way is some of you are seeing this part of yourself as the enemy. Some of you are seeing your own logic, your rationality, as the enemy here. And that could be what this devil talk is. That could be what this, what your shadow is telling you. You know, like you can't trust your brain. You can't trust your rational self. You can't be trusted to think through things logically and rationally and calmly. If your shadow is telling you certain things about your judgment, if you're having thoughts about your judgment, about your ability to judge a situation, then don't turn on the judge within you. Turn on the voice that is telling you that. And I mean turn against the voice that is telling you to doubt your judgment. That's gaslighting yourself, Taurus. There's some gaslighting happening, potentially, for some of you, of yourself. This is something that you're going to be chipping away little by little throughout the month. Son of Pentacles, this is not something that's going to be solved overnight. You are fighting a pattern this entire month. You may find yourself in a state of chaos and confusion all month. Taurus, this is not a bad thing. This is a beautiful opportunity. And if you are able to simply commit to staying the course, to simply commit to questioning your shadow every single day, engaging with your shadow, not ignoring it, but also not completely surrendering to it, but just challenging it, bumping up against it with differences. When it tells you not to trust your judgment, or when it tells you, you name it, this fear, this reason for shame, this reason for guilt, or when an addiction rears its head, whatever that addiction is. This is about the choice that you make in every single moment and committing to consciously making a choice in every single moment, not giving up. Son of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's about committing to the marathon, taking a few steps every single day. Slow and steady wins the race. That's very Knight of Pentacles energy. And that is the advice that's needed here. Slow and steady wins the race, Taurus. You're not going to overcome your shadow in a day or two. You know, you're not going to tell it off and feel like, I did it, I'm on the other side of it. And then it's never going to rear its head again. I think some of you have this kind of unrealistic expectation about yourself in that way. Like you can control your conditions. You can control the things that appear for you, that happen to you in your life. And you can't. The only thing you can control is your reaction. So you will continually be tested, Taurus, with these opportunities to choose a different reaction, to judge the situation differently, to pass a judgment, to think rationally and logically, rather than getting sucked up into the emotional story of something. But what ultimately matters is not that you do this perfectly when it happens, but rather that you just commit to doing it every day. That you just commit to doing it regularly. I hope this was clear, Taurus. I would love to hear how this looks for you specifically in your life, so feel free to comment below and open up your heart to me if you want to. If you are not a patron, please check out my Patreon in the link below. It would mean so much to me. If you could support this channel for just a few dollars a month, that really will go such a long way in helping me to support you better with more readings, more varied readings, longer readings, more frequent readings. I really want to be helping you every single day. That is my mission and my goal. And I can't really do that without your help, Taurus. So please consider becoming part of my Patreon community. There's also really great tiers beyond that if you want to have more personal customized readings monthly at a discounted price. Definitely options for that on my Patreon, so please check that out. If you can't manage that, no worries at all. Please hit that like and subscribe button as well. And please consider sharing this with someone who's struggling right now, someone who needs help, who needs encouragement, who needs something. Even if it's just someone to tell them that things are going to be okay, because things are always going to be okay. I truly believe that. We just need to know that we're the ones who make them okay. And that's where tarot really helps. I love you so much, Taurus. What a cool month you have ahead of you. I would love to hear, again, I'm like nosy. Tell me what this is for you. But if you do want to share, just know it's an honor and privilege for me to just to hear a snippet of your life and what your journey is like for you on this day. I love you, I'm rooting for you, and I'll see you next time.